Catholic leaders in Texas released the names of almost 300 priests accused of sexual abuse, and they issued a new apology to victims. 14 Catholic dioceses in Texas yesterday publicly identified 286 priests and others accused of sexually abusing children over nearly 8 decades. Now, the announcement comes 10 weeks after CBS News first reported allegations against priests serving in the Galveston-Houston archdiocese. A website that tracks clergy abuse in all 50 states lists more than 5,000. Listen to that, 5,000 current or former priests who have been publicly accused. Nikki Battiste has been reporting extensively on the church sex abuse scandal. Nikki, good morning. I still can't even get over these numbers.
They're astonishing numbers. They really are. Good morning, everyone. Father John Keller presided over one of the largest and most prominent churches in Houston, the Prince of Peace. In our CBS News investigation in November, John Labonte, who was one of Keller's altar boys, accused Keller of molesting him as a child. After our story aired, another man, similar in age and who attended the same church as Labonte, reached out to us.
The first person I see come up on screen is John Labonte. Well, I know John Labonte from Houston, and within a matter of seconds, there's a picture of Father John Keller.
What is going through your mind at that point?
I've never been struck by lightning, but I think that's about as close as you get.
Mark Quinn was watching our CBS News investigation last year.
Right here where it says, acted very inappropriate.
When John Labonte told us Father Keller molested him as a child, even though in 2002 the church said it wasn't sexual abuse.
Hi, Nikki Battiste with CBS News. How are you?
In November, we took Labonte's allegations to Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, who's in charge of the Houston Archdiocese and president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops.
Father John Keller and Reverend Terrence
It's not a credible one.
Does the name John Labonte sound familiar?
Yes.
Seeing that moment on television disgusted Mark Quinn. He then took his allegations to the church.
All I kept saying was, holy blank, there's my boogeyman.
Quinn says Father Keller touched him inappropriately when he was 8 years old. Now 50, he says he'd kept his nightmare a secret all his life.
I just felt like, how dare you side with the pedophile over the parishioners? And yet this has been the Catholic Church's MO time after time.
But then the church and Cardinal DiNardo took Quinn by surprise. They included Father John Keller's name on their just-released list of credibly accused priests and removed him from active ministry. Cardinal DiNardo also apologized to victims.
I did not ignore or neglect any one priest that was brought to my attention. Some would say you may move too slowly, but I recall once something came to my attention, I moved on it.
Father John Keller was probably not going to be on the list, and now he is, likely because of you coming forward.
His name being on that list means a great deal to me. You just don't get off that easy.
John Labonte hopes the church will now reopen his case. What are you feeling in this moment?
I do have some relief in knowing that through telling my story that others might be protected.
We reached out to the Prince of Peace and John Keller, but they say they have no comment. Cardinal DiNardo is expected to meet with Pope Francis in Rome next month during a global bishops meeting to address the sex abuse crisis in the Catholic Church. And I will tell you, so many survivors and victims have said they're frustrated by Pope Francis's lack of action, so no doubt they'll be watching really closely.
There has been a lack of action by the Vatican, and I like the point there that by one person speaking out, it allows others' stories to come out as well. And this will not change until all of those stories are told, until there is full accountability.
Yes, and I think finally some relief for those coming forward, that they're being heard and being believed.
Yeah, and important that names are added to this list, but this list appears to be endless.
5,000.
Unbelievable.
Astonishing.
Nikki, the whole team's done a great job. Great reporting.